Alrighty. Good morning. It is day what?
Good morning.
It is day 8, week 2 of the transformation bulk, and we're making our way into a push day, which is my favorite day, because I'm a bench specialist. I don't know, I'm sure I've mentioned this in the past, but I have to take a really obscenely long time to warm up on my push day, or any day I plan on doing some sort of press. So I usually start with a bunch of these, shoulder rotation, crossovers, bringing it up and down, and then I break out the band. Start with this, which would be arm abduction. I'll rotate it inward. Now I'm really focusing on shoulder abduction. So, I don't know, this one specifically helps warm up my shoulder. Once I started adding this in, the shoulder pain wasn't as bad. For this one, I'm in a neutral grip, feet about hips width apart. I bring both up, I hold one, bring it down, all the way up, and back down again. So I'm not doing anything heavy. It's only 10 pounds. I'm only doing it for like 4 reps each side. That's the first 4. Bring it back, reset, hold, second 4. And see if I can rotate it here. I'm lifting about 45-degree angle in relation to my body. So if this is 180 degrees, if this is 0 degrees, and this is 90 degrees, I'm about right here. The next thing I do, especially if I've got time for it, which I do, because I don't gotta go to work today. It's still early, but it's an hour later than normal. And I grab some sort of cable, so it's about shoulder level. Let me bring that down one more. That works. And from here, probably adjust it. Can you move that so it's invisible? Thank you. From here, bring my shoulder back and just this motion right here. There's a word for it. Can't think of it at the top of my head right now. I just do this light set. I mean, it's basically a face pull, just without a rope attachment and with a cable attachment or a handle attachment instead. But the premise is the same, or the motion is the same. Bring it back here, and then just holding it as I'm, moving back and forth. Well, here's the thing. Any sort of pressing motion typically is going to put a lot of stress on the shoulder, especially if you're going heavy. So if you're someone that has a little bit of shoulder discomfort, try adding a couple sets of either of those in before you get into any pressing. And the key thing here is you're not 100% warm yet. So don't go right into your working set, your top set. Build your way into it, which is what we're doing now. I thought about doing a flat press. I haven't really trained flat press in a minute. And I think my primary reason for doing more incline pressing versus a normal flat bench is, well, when you're talking about muscle activation, the flat press and the incline press gets just about the same degree of activation in the pectoralis major, but there's a slight bias with the incline press for the clavicular head of your pec. So you get a little bit more upper chest activation with an incline press without really losing the middle activation that you get from a flat horizontal press. I also think it's a bit safer for your shoulder, because if you look at the form for it, right here, I'm dropping down, my elbow is automatically going to be coming about 45-degree angle in relation to my torso. With the flat press, you kind of have to focus on doing it yourself, and you are at a much greater risk of flaring your elbows out on a flat press versus an incline press. But I also just kind of, I don't know. A little pro tip: if you ever get a bench like this one that moves, put a little plate right at the bottom there. So when you take the bar off, that plate pushes the rack back into position. All right, first warm-up set, trying 135. Alright. Feels a little heavy today, not gonna lie. A little nervous. It's kind of an art form, balancing out rep range and weight and load for warming up. 135 for 10 sounds reasonable. I don't know if 185 for 8 sounds reasonable for warming up if my working set is gonna be at 225 for about 5 or 6. I guess it sounds reasonable. I guess we'll do it. Okay. Honestly, it might have looked like I struggled there. I mean, that's just because my cardio is horrible and I can't catch my breath. It didn't feel that bad. It was 185 for 8. I can probably do 225 for 6. Might go up to 235 for a 4 or 5 piece, but we'll see. All right, well, while I procrastinate doing set 1, I'll give a quick update on the bulk progress. So we started, the weigh-in I did right before week 1, or day 1, was 200, like in 0.4 or 200.2, something like that. So just at 200. Today, before I came to the gym, before I had any water or my Pop-Tart, my pre-gym Pop-Tart, I weighed in at 202.3. So, you know, weight fluctuates given whatever is in my body right now as waste and fluid. Probably gained about a true pound, maybe it did too. My goal, or at least my hope, is that half of the weight I gain is pure muscle. So if I gain 2 pounds, I really gain 2 pounds, then I'm hoping at least 1 pound is muscle. If I gain 1 pound, I'm hoping at least half of that is muscle. But I will say, and I even said it yesterday, weight's starting to move a bit easier. 315 in that RDL on Saturday. We'll see how 225 moves for the incline press today. Oh yeah, bonus rep. That's what we just got. Hell yeah, dude. I was going for 6. Hit 7. Fuck. Oh yeah. And so in terms of PRs, I don't do them all that often. I think the last genuine PR I went for was my 315 bench back in April, I think. April or March of 24. I think it was March. So I don't really PR often because it's not really conducive to what I'm working towards. Like, I'm focusing on hypertrophy, not, strength or power or powerlifting or whatnot. So I usually mark progress in terms of my set PRs or my volume PRs. So that 225 for 7, apparently I've done that before because it was not a set PR. However, if I do 235, that would be a quote-unquote weight PR and a set PR. So most volume at that range. We're gonna go for 5. I think I can get 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Now, was that the prettiest 5 reps I've ever done? No. Did I probably stress my wife out with that last one? Yeah. But 235 for 5 is going to be a weight and set PR to start the week off. And I'm here for it. Let's go do something else. Usually I'll do my presses and then a fly, and that's gonna be it for chest. I feel like doing some more pressing though. So I could have probably done another set of that incline press, but I don't know. That last rep, I really felt it. I'm not in pain, but like that was it. That was like up to 1 to 0 RIR. So we're switching things up a little bit and doing a machine press. And my goal here is just to really just keep constant tension on the chest and try to avoid locking out. Oh, this is Hendrix again, isn't it? Yep. Oh, that was 10. I can do more. I only have 2.5 plates on here, so I could probably do 3. I'll do that in my next set. Hendrix has to be top 3 goats of guitar, I think. I don't know. I don't think I have anyone really that goes over him. And I don't think I do. I think I have him at number 1 spot. Steve, I don't know. Mark him off as a tie with Stevie Ray? Is that controversial? I don't know. But I also I think from a technical aspect, Steve Vai and Tim Henson, they're both really good. But in terms of technique and melody and pure musicianship, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good toss-up between Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan. But anyway, we got a 3rd plate on now. Hopefully I can stay within 8 reps because 10's a little too high for what I'm going for, really. No way. I can do more. Well, I will say, I'm not going all the way out and locking my arms. Maybe that's what it is. I'm staying within this range of activation. Oh, God. Guess we'll add more and do more. Alright, well, if I can do 3 for 10, then we'll see how many I can do 4 for. Because I'm looking for that feeling of just absolute Failure. Yeah, okay. That's what I was looking for. I'm gonna count that as 5. I'm gonna count that as 5. It was 4 and 2 partials. So you can count it as 5, volume wise. Because otherwise the numbers get confusing. That last one, I'm feeling it. If I even think about doing a chest or a push-up right now, I think my chest is gonna explode. I still might end with just 1 set, maybe 2 sets of chest fly, but from now, or until then, we're doing some lateral raises. Okay. Okay, now it's not. Oh God. Oh. I think just one more. And then front, tricep, finish my chest, and call it.
So all that's wonder is I'm against my will, and I want to be at home in my bed.
Last set. How many am I gonna do? The world may never know. Yeah, we're done. We're done with that. Well, if you've seen my quad biceps leg day from middle of last week, you would have seen that I am kind of a fan of this machine, at least when it comes to doing like a cable RDL. But I can also use it for front raises. Now I will say, when I was setting up and getting used to the grip, because it's been a while since I've done it over here, a nice fella came and warned me not to use a pronated grip, grip when doing it. And it's largely for the same reason you should be wary about upright rows. Now with upright rows, if you're not careful and you're rotating your shoulder inward, as you bring that bar or dumbbell up, you can actually, over time, cause impingement in the shoulder, which is what happens when the tendons slip over each other over and over and over and over and over again, eventually resulting in inflammation and a rather painful, day-to-day. However, a neutral grip, so having your thumb pointed up, which I did in my first one, kind of avoids that. With the neutral grip, I'm bringing my shoulder, I'm kind of externally rotating it. Now, you could do supinated, but a supinated, you'd probably end up working more of your chest. So if your goal is to work that front delt, neutral grip, probably best interest. Honestly, good rule of thumb is if you are kind of iffy about any shoulder exercise, use a neutral grip. Even for shoulder press, if you have a neutral grip, it's safer. You're preventing your shoulder from flaring out a lot. But yeah, especially with this one. Man brought up a good point. Because when I was setting up, I was kind of practicing with a pronated grip. I wasn't really thinking of it. So it's hard because traditionally, you know, a lot of people probably think of their front raises with a dumbbell and they're coming up like this and they're, you know, pronating their grip. And well, when you're doing that, you can even see it. I'm kind of internally rotating my shoulder, so those tendons can be slipping. It's a bit safer to just keep it neutral, which is what we're doing. This next one, and go. We're just about done. I want to finish up my chest and then kind of want to do, maybe I'll do low fly. I'm gonna do low. I haven't done low in a minute. All right. Okay. What? So what? So dramatic? Me? Okay. Whatever. I think one tricep exercise is gonna do it. 3 sets. Probably getting pretty close to failure, especially with those last 2. I was gonna do an easy, not easy, I am easy. I was gonna do a dumbbell skull crusher because those are currently like my favorite tricep exercise, but I've been spamming those too much recently, and I feel like some variety would be ideal. So let's see. Trying to keep my elbows in as much as I can. And go with the hopefully not knock over the tripod. Easy bar extensions. Come on. Come on. One more. And we did not knock over the camera. Come on. Come on. Oh, God. Set 3. Okay. Come on. I'm starting to lose balance. Okay. All right. That was good. All right, let's see. Hold, pull, drop. Oh. Try the other side.